guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be sharing my Shea Butter Pomade with you, and I know that I've mentioned it and showed it in a couple of videos, so I'm going to share the recipe with you today. Now, because this is a pomade, we want to make sure that it is not as soft and fluffy like the usual DIY moisturizing butters. And I actually have a shea butter, a fluffy shea butter heat protectant, and so I'll link that somewhere down in the description. I will link it somewhere up here in the video. But for this pomade, we want something which has a harder texture, more like a pomade and can hold better. So we'll be adding harder butters in this DIY to provide more texture and structure for bomb twists and braids or any protective hairstyles that you like. I've shown how I use this pomade in a couple of my other videos, as I said, and I'll link those videos in the description. Now, this recipe is totally customizable. You don't need all the oils that I've used in this recipe. You can find 3 of your favorite oils and add in the total quantities I've used in this recipe, and you should be good. And you can add your own essential oils or fragrances if you want to add scents. I didn't, so I didn't add those. Okay, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first ingredient I'm going to add to this recipe is 1 cup of shea butter. And shea butter is a natural moisturizer. It contains vitamin A and E, which are antioxidants. It is obviously a fatty acid, which makes it a very good emollient, and it has anti-inflammatory properties. It increases the shine and reduces the frizz of hair, and it also helps with protecting hair from heat damage because it has a really high smoke point. Next, I will add about half a cup of coconut butter, and this is the hardest butter in this recipe, and it's gonna allow us to give the recipe a little more, or to allow us to have a little more hold with this recipe, because we'll have a little more texture with the harder butter. It has no odor, but it is very high in essential fatty acids like omega-3s and 6, and it helps to promote a healthy scalp and healthy growth by oxygenating cells and allowing nutrients to get to the scalp better. Now, it also has vitamin E, which is an antioxidant which helps protect hair from free radicals, and it's a very good emollient. It moisturizes hair, and it also enhances hair elasticity by preventing breakage. Okay, now I'm going to add about half a cup of another butter called murmur butter, and it's not the hardest butter, neither is it the softest butter, but it does have a really nutty scent, and it will also help to give us hold in this recipe. It is high in fatty acids like oleic acid and lauric acid, which provides intense moisturization and helps reduce frizz because it is allowed to penetrate the hair shaft. Now, it's also what we call comedogenic, which means it will not clog your scalp. So it is also rich in omegas, and it helps soften and promote elasticity and shine in hair, and it helps with moisture retention. Next, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of good old faithful olive oil, and it has great anti-inflammatory properties which help to promote scalp health, and it's rich in vitamin A and E, which are great antioxidants that help protect hair from damage. And now I'm adding another 2 tablespoons of macadamia oil, and macadamia oil is high in fatty acids, so what you call omegas 6 and omega 9 and omega 7, which helps to promote healthy strands and growth, and it's a great emollient, and it's able to penetrate strands. Again, I'm gonna add another 2 tablespoons of castor oil, and I love castor oil. It's a really great moisturizer, and it helps fight inflammation. I talk about the benefits of castor oil and olive oil in a lot of my DIYs, because I put it in most of my DIYs because I love them. I love these oils so much. So you can always check out some of my other DIY videos to hear what more I have to say about them. The next oil that I'm going to add is sweet almond oil. We're going to put about half a tablespoon into this recipe. It contains vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin E, and it's a great sealant and helps smooth the hair shaft very well. The next oil in this recipe is one of my favorite oils, and we're gonna add half a tablespoon of avocado oil to this recipe. And this oil has a really high smoke point, which makes it a great heat protectant, and it's rich in vitamin A and E, which are antioxidants, and it's rich in vitamin D, which is crucial for the generation of new hair follicles. And it's also rich in omega-9s and lecithin, which boosts collagen. And now I'm going to add about half a tablespoon of the goat of all oils, jojoba oil, and it's similar to the pH of your scalp sebum. It contains vitamin B, C, and E. It has minerals like copper and zinc. All of those things help it promote curl elasticity, hair moisture and shine, and provides great softness, and it's great for your scalp. The next oil in this recipe is argan oil. We're going to add about half a tablespoon again of that oil. It's rich in omegas 3 and 9. It contains vitamin E and other antioxidants, and it's a lightweight carrier oil which is able to penetrate your strands. The next oil I'm adding, which I absolutely love, it's the baobab oil. It's a non-greasy oil that is able to penetrate and protect the hair strands. It's high in vitamin D and F, which can help to rejuvenate damaged cells in your scalp. It's high in antioxidants, and it's a very good moisturizer, softener, and emollient, and it helps to promote elasticity and shine to your strands. Now that all my butters and oils are in a bowl, I now go ahead and use my handheld mixer to get all the butters and oils mixed up together. The creaming of the butters will be great with the softer butter like shea butter, but the mixture will look chunky as you see here, because the harder butters like murmuru and the coconut butter are not easily creamed with a handheld mixture. So we have to help it along the way by applying some heat. So what I do is I place a medium-sized pan of water on the stove until the water starts to boil, and then I take it off the stove and place the bowl of the cream butters over the pot and stir the mixture until everything looks melted. Now once everything is melted, I leave it in the refrigerator for about half an hour to an hour so it can harden a bit, and then I take it out of the refrigerator and I attempt to cream everything again. And now you see here that the butter is uniform and is ready to be placed in a jar. And also notice how much the structure, or how much structure there is to this pomade. It's not fluffy at all, and it has a bit of a stiffness to it, and that is what you want. You don't want something that is so fluffy that it melts into oil upon contact with your fingers or your body temperature. This pomade is great again for twist outs and braid outs, or even to provide moisture to your hair while you're wearing protective hairstyles. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Let me know down below if this video was helpful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I have put in the description some recommended videos for you. But thanks again, and I'll see you in the next DIY. Bye!